Hello, everyone. Welcome to Development Palettes. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Seth Geis, and from the Bastani Studio, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Doing great. How
Doing
you
well.
doing, Aaron?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good. Good, good.
All right. So today we are talking about the Bandolero Premium Bravos. This cigar is a Robusto 5 1/4 by 52. Comes out of the Tobacos de Costa Rica factory in Costa Rica. Wrapper is Ecuadorian Habano 2000. Binders from Nicaragua. Filler is Nicaraguan Lajero and Peru. Blended by Nelson Alfonso. Price point is $32. And cigar was released in April of 2025. And we picked these cigars up from Corona Cigar Company. So if you are in Florida near one of their locations, be sure to stop in for a cigar and a libation. But if you're not, you can give them a call or go to the website, place an order, and they will ship it to you very quickly. All right. So with all that out of the way, Seth, take us through your experience with the cigar.
I don't know, man. You got Ecuador and Habano 2000. It's never one of those starts. Listen, I mean, it's Nelson Alfonso. It's a good looking cigar. I mean, even, it's all about appearances in that sense. First, there are lots of cedar, cream, sweet spices. There's some tobacco and faint earth. But it's just really smooth. It's just easy. It's an easy draw. Kind of just being right at the solid medium level, maybe just a little bit less. This cat is driving me nuts. Um, Second, third just kind of shows that continuation. I was getting some coffee bean flavors, tobacco, earth, still medium strength and body, lots of cedar cream, sweet spices. Um, a final third I found just to be identical to the second third, tobacco, cedar cream, sweet spices, a little bit of earth on the finish. You could tell it was aged. Medium strength body. Beautiful burn and draw, though. I mean, the construction was just top notch. So, John?
Yeah, similar experience. It's sophisticated, it's nuanced, I didn't think I had to reach for the flavors, but they're definitely more subtle, I think, than a lot of cigars in the market. So for me, first third, a lot of mild bread and wood. This really subtle vegetal note, which, more of a celery rather than thinking of like grass. So like really smooth on the palate. Um, Restrained baking spices in the retrohale, not a lot of sharpness to them, which is nice. A little bit of musty wood. I did get a little bit of astringency on the wood finish, but not off-putting in the palate. And that was kind of the profile. And then I think kind of around the halfway mark, I got this really interesting buttery quality, and that carried into the second third. So I think it really elevated the second third experience for me. So kind of all of the same character of the first third, just buttery, and then like Seth noted, there's a little bit of mild earth, but it's not overpowering. It's balanced with the rest of the flavors, which, again, Nelson does a good job of stuff like this, so not surprising. I did find the last third step back for me. It started out with creamy bread and wood, but I felt like that wood took on a little bit of sharpness to it, and so as the sharpness increased and the dryness increased, in combination with that light earth on the finish, it just wasn't as sophisticated for me as the first two thirds. So I really enjoyed two thirds of this cigar, but that last third just not quite to the same level. Burn was excellent. Draw was a little bit on the snug spectrum for me. I measured it at 67 inches of water. So not crazy, but definitely had to work at it a little bit on the draw, which is a little disappointing for a cigar kind of this price point. But um, I mean, what was the price point again?
$32.
$32. Yeah. So um, I'll talk more about that after, but the flavor profile was great. I really enjoyed it. Aaron?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with toasted cedar, a mix of black pepper and baking spice, along with some dry earth. I got some creaminess that joined in a bit later. Then some sandalwood joined the profiles. The baking spice departed. Second, third saw the toast level and the sandalwood increase, and some chalkiness paired up with the creaminess. Final third saw the creaminess increase to mix with the sandalwood, and the chalkiness departed. The black pepper also picked up a bit. I thought this cigar had a nice start. Had a good combination of flavors. Dropped a level in the second third as the balance was lost, but the final third picked kind of back up as the creaminess and the sandalwood worked well together. Overall, the cigar's pretty good, but it could be really good if that second third could kind of match the level of the bookends that I experienced. But price is high. Um, but I might come back to this. Also, maybe interested in checking out one of the other Vitolas just to kind of see what they're like. But yeah, that's kind of a TBD, I guess, for me. All right, getting into the scores, we're going to start at the top with John at 6.52. I gave it a 6.47. June gave it a 6.1. Seth gave it a 5.38. So, John, how'd that 6.52 match up for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about the value proposition after, but flavor profile wise, that matches up well. Like you said, I think I guess on a $37 cigar, I'm kind of hoping that last third delivers at the same level. If it was 10 or $15, I'd be running out to buy more of these, but it's the price point that's going to hold me back because I'm cheap. But yeah, 6.5. That's a nice experience for me.
Yeah, my 6.47, sorry, matched up well. Good flavor profile. I had the interesting component of having the first and the final thirds be good for me and the middle be average. So that's kind of
Hmm.
another odd experience. But had a little bit of burn issues, a little wavy, and the cigar went out on me right in the middle of the cigar. So I had to do a relight. Otherwise, I'd be a little bit up higher there with a better construction. But yeah, I thought the flavor profile was nice. I haven't been the biggest fan of like kind of the trio from selected with the Atabey and the Byron and the Bandolero. I know the Bandolero is kind
Yeah,
of like the lower tier of the three.
that's what I thought too.
Um,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
premium knocks it up, man. Now it's kind of
yeah,
goes above Byron now. Maybe it sits right in the middle, but I don't
yeah.
know. It's still an expensive cigar, man. If I was
It's a
like
tough knock.
smoking a lot, I wouldn't be smoking this very, very often. But you know, if you're smoking every once in a while, yeah, I'd come back to it. All right, so that's 5.38.
Yeah, I mean, I want to come back to it. I Did you guys read about like how he like ages all these cigars and like multiple different types of cedar
He's
for
supposed
like
to
Hmm.
have this
4 years?
crazy setup in Spain now.
Yeah,
So
which I think it's just it's like too much age. It's one of these things like
yeah,
I
I can
think
see
it
that.
softens it too much. I think it just took away from a lot. I got a lot of cedar notes. I don't know how, I mean, I know these cigars were aged for a long time. I'm not saying, I mean, it does play a factor in it. But at the same time, I know he's got that Cuban connection and they kind
Hmm.
of, what were those Romeo and Monte Cristos that they, remember when they did Añejos? What were those?
Anahados,
Anahados.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they
it
were just
just
aged out.
aged out.
yeah. That was kind of my take. Yeah.
It just felt like he was aged out. It's kind of like a bad old K Dorsey I kind of thought of.
Mm.
It's way too expensive. I've never been crazy about Bandolero. I think if you're getting into this price range, you might as well just I think Byron's got a little bit more body and complexities to it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right. Any final thoughts? Or we covered it pretty well already.
We covered it.
Yeah.
we
All right.
covered it.
Wherever you're catching this video, be sure to like and subscribe, but check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalace.com. Follow us on the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Premium, bro.